If you saw the trailer to Barbarian, then you saw this woman walking up to an Airbnb trying to get in, but yet there's a guy entering the door saying he rented the same Airbnb on the same night. So now there's this conflict. There's two people trying to stay here, and considering this is a horror movie, you have a really good idea what direction this movie's going to take, and you have an idea where we're going with these characters, and you couldn't be more wrong. Now see, this is what I thought when I saw the trailer. I'm like, all right, obviously, this is the interaction these two are going to have. I know where the antagonist is going to come into play. The trailer just gave away basically the whole movie. Wow, I mean, I can't even mention how wrong I was. This trailer is so deceiving. If you saw it and you thought you knew what you're in for, no. Throw everything you thought about this movie out the window. You know nothing. And that's how you need to see this movie, because if you knew absolutely anything, even the slightest details, it will ruin the entire movie. That is the one good thing that this movie does well, and it's deception. It takes you down the wrong path. It leads you to believe something's going to happen with a certain person, or maybe this person's the antagonist. Maybe this is the plot of the film. You don't even know what this movie's about until you're actually watching the movie. Normally, if I'm watching a movie, let's say I watch Werewolf by Night, I know it's about a werewolf. I watch Dracula, I know it's about a vampire. I don't know what's going to happen in the movie, but I know what it's about. You have no idea what this is about, and it drives me nuts. It's going to be a love it or hate it movie for some people. I already know that for a fact, because I'm still on the fence of whether or not I like it, or if I'm frustrated with it, because it does a lot of things well, but it did a lot of things that didn't work for me. I love the deceptional part. I love the twists and the turns of this movie. And also, let me say, don't go into this movie with a full stomach, because you will lose your lunch. This is a very disturbing movie. This has some very disturbing imagery that'll make you want to dry heave. And if you've eaten, it's going to be more than a dry heave. This is going to give you nightmares. It really is. It's going to creep you out to the point. It's going to give you nightmares for a very long time. We've really gotten adapted to blood and gore in today's society. It's not really a thing anymore. I think we've all become desensitized by that now, so that kind of stuff doesn't bother us. But the imagery in this movie will definitely bother you. Now I'm going to continue on with some more of the good stuff of this movie before I get into the bad stuff that I don't think worked for me at all. Georgina Campbell was incredible in this movie. Her acting skills were exceptional, but I definitely want to see more of her. She was really, really good, and she had really good chemistry with Bill Skarsgard. I was really hoping to see more of them together than I actually got in the film. Now, with that being said, the first act of this film was really good. I was getting sucked in. I was looking at little details, trying to pinpoint what's going to happen. Can I anticipate something? And I'm really just enjoying the chemistry between these two, because they are interacting very, very early on in this movie. And then that's when things started going a little sideways. And it wasn't going exactly how I thought it was going to go. And this brings me to some of the things that didn't work for me. Georgina Campbell's character made some decisions that no normal woman would make in that particular situation. For starters, if you are going into an Airbnb in the middle of the night and someone else is there, a guy is there, you're not going to walk into it. As a woman, I 100% guarantee you, because trust me, my wife even said it when she was watching it, you are getting back in your car and you're going to a hotel. You're not going in there with him. That's not happening. I will even say that there was a scene in the movie where she was about to break a horror movie rule, and she even acknowledged it. She was self-aware, went, nope, not going to do that. But yet she did it anyway seconds later, and I'm going, oh God, are you kidding me? Another thing that really didn't work for me, though, is there was too many different backstories. There was a lot of things going on in this movie, and I think it was too much. There was like three different stories going on in this film, all crammed into this one, and I just don't think it was executed well. I can think in my head, now that I've seen it, different ways to make it work, but the way it was laid out just didn't have proper flow. It didn't really grab my attention and keep my attention there. It was like, all right, I like this topic, and then totally different topic. And I'm going, what? What just happened? So that was kind of frustrating. There was just no good flow to the movie. But then we get to a point in the movie when you find out what's really going on and what's really going to happen to these characters. And it's such a left turn. Like, it's such a change of pace and so different than what you're expecting that you're not sure if it fits into the rest of the movie. And I'm like, I like this direction that they're going, but the rest of the movie didn't set it up well. So, cool concept at the end, cool concept in the beginning, but they don't mesh well. Now, I know I'm going against the grain here with a lot of reviews because there's so many positive reviews on this movie, but I have to be completely honest, I'm still torn even a week after watching this movie of what I think of it, because it's not a bad movie, but it's also not something I feel like I'm going to watch again. It's definitely something you're going to have to see for yourself. And if you have seen it, I want to know what your thoughts are down in the comments, because this is definitely something different. Not something, again, I was expecting. So I'm still processing it even a week later, which is kind of weird. I don't think that really speaks well to the movie for me. So I want to know what your thoughts are if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, trust me, you don't know what you're in for. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.